At the T-minus 3-minute mark, tape recorders on board the spacecraft were turned on. These recorders record both voice and data.
This is WOMMLP operating out of Burlington, Vermont, 105.9 The Radiator. Good evening, it is the Rocket Shop. I'm your host, Tom Proctor. With me tonight is Astrocat. How's it going, guys?
Great. Good. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. Thanks for dropping by. We always like to kick it off with a song, so if you'd like to power that amp back up again and show me what you got.
A song called Amp Home. You might hear the music underneath. We're not sure. When you live in a tiny town, the sun goes up, the sun comes down, and the rumors get around. And some people wear... I can't hear my vocals at all. Can I get... There they are. There they are. Check, 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 check. Yeah, well, they were fine, and then they disappeared, so I don't know what's up. This is the extended remix. You live in a tiny town. The sun goes up, the sun comes down, and the rumors get around. And some people wear the scariest frown, and you can't escape this tiny town. No, it feels pretty great when there's no one around. But you live in a tiny town, tiny town, a tiny town. Yeah, you live in a tiny town, a tiny town, a tiny town. And everyone knows your name. It falls from their lips when there's someone to blame, but they haven't killed you yet. You're living for love, though you'd love to forget that you can't escape this tiny town. Though it feels pretty great when there's no one around. But you live in a tiny town, a tiny town, a tiny town. Yeah, you live in a tiny town, a tiny town, a tiny town. And the world is not enough, and you'll never amount to much in a tiny town. Oh, 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 oh. Sides to every story. One man's gloom is a woman's glory. Sun to shadow, rose to a thorn. There ain't no fury like a woman scorned. And you can't escape this tiny town. No, it feels pretty great when there's no one around. But you live in a tiny town, tiny town, a tiny town. Yeah, you live in a tiny town, a tiny town, and the world is not enough, and you'll never amount to much in a tiny town. Oh, 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 oh. Tiny town. A tiny town.
All right, Astrocat. Thanks for the extended remix as well. I appreciate that.
Let us stumble.
That was the disco part of our set. So we're a disco grunge band.
Yeah, I also saw you're described as goth rock. So disco, grunge, goth rock. Is it all kind of the same genre, or do you kind
We're
of?
just really depressed. So
Yeah, we don't know what to call ourselves, so.
kind of like a country reggae thing with a little metal in there.
Depressed, loud, country, reggae, goth. I'm loving all the descriptors.
All of the above.
You nailed it.
Would you like to go around and introduce yourselves, just so everyone knows who we're talking to?
That's Buck.
Buck Shepherd on bass.
That's Vitaly over on drums. I'm Trevor on guitar. That's about it. That's all of us, right?
Yeah.
So far.
And you guys go back a little bit of a way. I was kind of taking a bit of a Facebook stalk earlier on, and I was seeing some posts from back in 2014, 2013, maybe.
Well, these guys were a band.
We were a band of two. We were playing art galleries.
And then I joined after.
We used to play pretty songs, and then
Yeah,
he wasn't
messed
having
up.
it.
You're the bad influence of the
Yep,
band.
I am.
You made them turn their amps up, and
He keeps us humble.
Well, I came from like screamo punk rock bands, and that's like what I kind of. It doesn't sound like that now, but that's sort of, I guess, what my influence gives it a bit more of an edge, I think.
And how did you guys make the transition, or why did you make the transition?
You know, Vitaly, you should come up here by the mics in case you want to answer a question or something. We don't want to leave him out.
Absolutely.
You know, the drummer is basically the band. You can't have a band without a drummer. So this he's very important to us.
And I know that drummers are in short supply everywhere, so yeah, it's always good to get the drummer's input. So yeah, Vitaly, how did the transition go from easy listening art gallery music to kind of goth rock?
I guess by necessity.
Okay. So you say a three-piece band has to be loud?
If I'm in the band.
Okay.
That's really
Buck
what it
wouldn't
is.
play with us. We wanted street cred, so we made some sacrifices.
All right, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I can't. I have a hard time.
And
with
then we
three
found
songs.
about him for reals, and we're a little, but it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And so in this current makeup, it's been going for 2-3 years.
A couple
Little
of
ones.
decades, hasn't it?
No, the three of us.
Since the beginning of time.
4 years, probably.
No, it's been 7.
Oh my goodness.
I've been in this band
I've
for
been with
7 years.
Vitaly 10, 7 years.
Wow.
And so, I mean, has this been going on in Burlington for those 7 years?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit here and there. We've been trying to get out every once in a while, but you know.
Have you guys done like a Northeast tour at all ever, or are you kind of stuck around the?
Oh,
the
we're
Vermont
gonna
scenes?
play Higher
Yeah,
Ground
we got a couple shows coming
June
up.
1st. Yeah.
Higher Ground.
in a couple
Higher
weeks.
Ground is having sort of this like customer appreciation type show,
Okay.
and it's going to be a free show, and the bands that are playing are members of the bands also work there. So
All right.
it's like a kind of giving back kind of thing. Our band's playing Astrocat. We got another band called Bonnets playing, and then there's a couple more to be announced. They're gonna post it on Friday, and it's a free show. It's gonna be a free show.
Do you guys all work for Higher Ground?
No, just me.
No.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
We're also playing Charlie O's
Charlie O's
on
15th,
June 15th.
with a great band called Dino Bravo.
I've
One of my favorite
Yeah.
local bands, but yeah.
seen Dino Bravo. I do dig their vibes. And so in the 7+ years that you guys been playing around Burlington, how have you seen the scene change? Big
Scene
question.
change.
I think that's
Yeah.
Who gets out of the house the most?
That would
Probably
be Buck.
Buck's the scenester.
I haven't seen it change a whole lot, to be honest with you. I do notice that louder, more aggressive music isn't quite as around as it used to be. But that's not so recent. That's like 10 plus years. So that's the one thing I've noticed, and I've also noticed that people don't come out to shows so much, and that kind of bugs me. But they got their own distractions at home, I guess.
Have you got a theory as to why that is? You feel people aren't seeing as much live music as they used to be?
For us, I think people get older, they don't want to. Oh, that's too late. I can't be out that late kind of attitude.
All right.
I got to get up in the morning. I don't have to get up in the morning ever, so I'm always out.
There's that, and then maybe also a furtherance of that on-demand everything.
Right.
So pretty soon people won't be living in their houses at all, I think.
Won't be living in their houses? Oh, we'll be leaving their houses.
Leaving.
But we've been playing basement. See, we've got that. We've got that covered.
We'll bring the show to the house.
We've played two basements. Our first two basement
you won't
shows.
have to leave your house.
Did I see that you played Jim's Basement last week?
Yeah.
How was that experience?
I love
It was a little short.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was it just you guys, or was there a few other bands
The
playing?
ceiling is short.
There's
Oh, the ceiling
the
is
heating
short.
vents are.
Don't jump up and down.
It's not
You'll
for
hurt
everybody
yourself.
in there.
Not
yeah, it
for
was a great
tall
show.
bands. Yeah.
Great show.
Did you pack a lot of people in?
We had at least like 8.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was at least 8. It was
Well, the great
awesome.
thing about it is you don't need a lot of people.
But
to
they
feel
also
it's
like-
your
Right.
room.
They like the music more than
Yeah.
if you're playing a bar where nobody.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's better a passionate 8 than a distracted 14.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I'd love to hear another song, guys. What have you got in store for me?
This is Guitar Amp Home Part 2. We've got kind of a Pink Floyd thing going here tonight. This is our. This is more of a country song, I think.
Alrighty.
I got no vocals. There they are. She walked. Hello. 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 Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check. Check. She wore her red shirt to my show last night. She danced and filled the room with light. I think she wanted me to know that she's my friend. I wonder what it would be like to hold her again. But she's my baby. She's my baby. She's my baby. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I know she loves me 'cause she tells me so. Even though she had to go. I miss the times we spent along the way. Lost that girl somewhere across the Milky Way.
but she's my baby. She's my baby. She's my baby. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
That one was definitely more on the kind of punk indie side of things.
Yeah, we got some loud ones and some quiet ones, some dancers and some slammers.
So you guys kind of like spread across the entire spectrum, and you said you were, you sing about the sad things. Is that the general primary focus of where your muse takes you, or is it? Do you kind of go across the spectrum on that one as well? Do you hit the range of emotions?
Because our influences are so different musically that we all kind of bring a little bit of our taste to a song. Like a song might start off as, kind of loud, for instance, and we're like, well, that doesn't quite work with that. Or somebody has a better idea for it. So it ends up being, they all end up different than what we start with.
Yeah.
I don't always get my way.
So yeah, who's the prime kind of writer in the group, or is it all three of you bring lyrics and to the table?
Yeah, I have a lot of songs. I've been doing this for a long time, so these guys are around the neighborhood, and we like making music. So I kind of just pick from my vault, if you have you, of stuff from over the years, and we play some. I mean, we got some. I like the older ones I wrote when I was like in high school that are just stupid. Like those are my favorite ones. There's not as much thought that went into them, and I like it that way. But
a bit more primal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have new ones though. We have a few new ones.
You guys get yourselves in the recording studio at any point? I couldn't find your records online. I was just wondering if I'd looked hard enough.
We haven't released anything per se.
Yeah, they won't let me release anything. We've recorded like 12 albums, but they're
12 albums.
We've been in the studio. We got a set up at our practice space for recording and stuff. We record almost everything we ever do, but we don't really.
We have one that's approved by the band we're working on though.
Okay.
We have the tracks laid down, so we're trying to get me under the headphones and work on it a little bit, and then we're gonna sell it at shows for reals.
So two questions there. First of all, why is this one approved and none of the others approved?
A lot of OCD in this band.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
We don't mind. We're not in a hurry. We're not going anywhere.
It's not pressing.
You can't rush perfection at the end of the day. But so you say OCD. What is it that you're really looking for? What for you is that perfect record?
For you
guys.
The problem that if you want to get into it,
I do. I really do.
I like simple raw tracks.
Right.
Punk rock, go go go. These guys are a little more sophisticated than I am, so we butt heads on a lot of things that way. Trevor likes a lot of guitars.
I like to put out like double albums with lots of goofy, weird things that you don't get in the studio because it's like from rehearsal and live and everything, and that has its appeal. And then there's the fact that there are mistakes on that kind of recording. So we are trying to get a little more focused though.
So it's kind of like trying to find a bridge between the fast, get it done, quick tracks and the double albums with the chatters in between the tracks and
the perfect drum beat.
And the perfect drum beat from Vitaly, which I'm sure he does every time, but
he does, but he doesn't think he does. So we gotta I don't know.
So have you cherry picked 12 tracks from your vast vault of recordings to create this album that fits the check marks that each of you have got?
No, we didn't. We tried a whole bunch of songs and said, okay, we can work on that, and then whatever's going to come out the best is what it's going to be.
Okay.
Yeah, we're better if we don't go in with intention. It comes out better, but if we just hit one song like 10 times, it'll get worse like every time we try it. Well, I swear to God, it's a science experiment.
She's gonna do it in one fell swoop.
But all the great stuff's recorded, first, second take. It's just that moment.
I see. And have you got a name for the album, or is there any kind of release date that we could be looking forward to?
We have a working title.
Do you know what it is?
Radio Transmission.
No, that's the double album we already put out.
Oh, we didn't put anything out.
This one's gonna be called "Alive in a Tiny Town."
All right.
Yeah.
I kind of dig that.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
I can see a lot of consensus going on around here. We got about time for one.
We got to the radio show, didn't we? We were
true,
on time.
Right
Very
day.
Functional.
we got everything working. We got about time for one more song, but before you go, please plug away everything else you got coming up. So you said you got the.
That's it. We got
got
those two
show
shows.
At Higher Ground on the 1st, June 1st. Then Charlie O's on the 15th with Dino Bravo. Those are two. That's what we got coming down.
And can I've only found you on Facebook, but is there any other kind of social medias everyone can find you at?
No, we're pretty underground,
pretty low key
and stuff.
That's
We don't
what-
want to get too famous.
So what
because-
makes you cooler at the end of the day?
Yeah. Then we'll have to be successful at something, and that's too much pressure. We want to be successful at the end of our career, not in the middle or the beginning.
You want to peak at the very,
that's right.
the very last moment.
We want it to get better now. It's gotten worse long enough.
Then you
Let's
don't.
go the gradual climb.
Then you don't get the fall from grace. You just get the constant high.
We all want to die on stage.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what song you got for us to finish off?
This song is it's kind of our what would you call this? If we have a metal song, this is probably it. It's called "Like You Better."
Alrighty.
Like you better than ice cream. Like you better than fudge. Like you better than sandwiches. Like you better than anything. Like you better than anything. Like you better than cocaine. Like you better than God.
Like you better than pussycats. Like you better than anything. 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 Like you better than you like me. Like you better than I like myself. Like you better than anything. 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 Like you better than anything.
Alright, Astrocat, thank you guys so much.
That's it. Thanks for having us.
And please come back in again once you get the record out.
We love you, Burlington!
Alright, coming up next, we have got the Larkspurs. Don't go away, we'll be right back.